So I've been getting a lot of requests, more so than I actually thought, so I wanted to expedite this. This is going to be the complete tutorial of the 2002 Chevrolet Astro conversion van that I have for sale on OfferUp, and an overall review of the 2002 Chevrolet Astro van, which is now 17 years old. So I want to start off on a personal note with the video. I only have 13 minutes and 55 seconds total to shoot, so if I'm talking fast, I apologize, but I have a lot of ground to cover. So this particular van that I'm selling, it does come with the keys. The key fob does need a battery. It does come with a Haynes repair manual, and the reason why is the guy that owned this from Pennsylvania, the husband and wife, actually had this as part of a Chevrolet Astro Van conversion club. So here's the title, and more importantly on the back, there are no reassignments or liens or anything on this title. I'm not going to show particular details because I don't want it to be duplicated. And I do have a picture of this on OfferUp, but I wanted to go in a little bit more detail before we walked out and did the van. I mean, this guy bought this van new, and has literally kept every single receipt for everything that was purchased, whether done so by eBay, Advanced Auto, etc. Over the years, he's actually calculated the receipts, and he spent $4,210 in maintenance and repair. More maintenance. This is actually the clean bill of health that I got, and if you're getting bored and wanting to get to the van, I promise we'll get there real soon. This is the bill of health that I got from Midas. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, which basically gives the van a clean bill of health. As you can see, the wipers probably need to be replaced. The steering system that's red was repaired. That's actually how I acquired it. It was the tie rod ends that were done, and there were loose lugs on the rim. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. But no, this van has a clean bill of health, and the only thing really left to do for it is very, very minor maintenance stuff like windshield wipers. The tires are showing, signs of dry rot, but they're not dry rotted, and they have good tread on them. This is the DVD media player that's in the van currently. This is the rain guard on the windows, the front windows. This is more of that. This one right here is actually carpeting that was put in the conversion, as well as car parts and other stuff. And the most important one that I would really like to show, if I can find it quickly, is the engine and transmission ticket showing that this thing has a new engine and transmission in it, and also that it has less than 10,000 miles on it, but apparently it's somewhere else. It's probably in that pile of receipts. I probably triple folded. So that's everything. Let me just go through real quick because I am going to want to show this at some point. I'm going to pause and find that and be right back. Okay, as is with anything else, when you're looking for something you can't find it, you can see, I've got a 2-inch pile of paperwork and manuals and everything else for this van. It is in there, and the new buyer will get all this material. So now I'm going to go ahead and go out to the van and begin the video. So this is going to be kind of a panoramic 360-degree virtual inside and outside tour. As you can see, this van was from Pennsylvania. It does have some loss of clear coat on the hood and on the roof rack on the top, but it's only down into the paint right here on the hood, and that's the worst of it. So as we go through, you can kind of see the overall quality of the van. It's in great shape. Literally, the couple that own this were in their 80s. They were pulling it with an RV. It jumped off the RV's car dolly and busted the tie rod ends on the passenger side when they were heading back up to PA. So instead of getting it fixed or getting it impounded and have impound fees, they actually sold it, and that's how I acquired it. Now I put few miles on this van, and it's comfort. It's absolute comfort. Let's go inside and take a look around. I think the door's locked. Power locks. There we go. Easy as pie. All right. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and step in the side door of the van. Now this does come with, I mean, it has towels, washcloths, bedding for this seat that folds into a bed. I assume they transported their animal because it has an animal cage and plenty of leg room. Good for a work vehicle, good for a traveling vehicle. Up above, it's absolutely pristine. It has cubby holes that are, you know, the wood finish. It has individual map lights. It even has a spot here where you can hook up a gaming console for this TV. And that's the media player. And right there are the front and rear additional controls, if it'll show up because the light's blasting in there. But basically your reading lights, your valet lights, your TV and media player, mood lights, TV speakers, and the optical lights, which are right here in the center. The seats do have covers on them, but they did that for preventative reasons. The seats are not ripped and torn, and I'll show you that after I get up to the front. But it does have cup holders. It has, with the conversion, Pioneer speakers. And just all the way around is beautiful. It does have rear air, and both the front and rear air are cold. The door, you know, the doors close real easy. That's it, we're done. The windows are tinted. It has blinds that pull up and pull down. I'll do it on one I can actually reach. There we go. The windows are tinted all the way around from the conversion. Blinds up or blinds down for privacy. And yeah, this van is just absolutely beautiful. Wait till we get to the motor and everything else because it's gorgeous. So here's the passenger side. I mean, they literally have the GM Goodwrench manual that came with this van. And I'm not removing it because it's still good, but we have, you know, toothbrush that's not used, toothpaste, all sorts of stuff. Different colored sun visors, cubbies on the side, and I'll go ahead and show the seats right now. Seats are in excellent shape, no rips, no tears. Like I said, they were just covered for preventative maintenance. It's the same way on this side. No rips, no tears. Just for preventative maintenance, which I would not want to take that off because those seats are very plush, very comfortable. And lastly, I'm going to show you before we start her up and you can hear the engine, is I'm going to show you the engine so it's not making a lot of noise. So follow me, follow me. Go ahead and pop the hood. All the doors just shut so soundly. It's such a great vehicle. It's kind of a shame that it broke down on them because from what I was told, they absolutely loved this van. So this is your typical conversion van motor. It's a 4.3 liter Chevrolet V6 fuel injected Vortec. I don't know if it's a Z or an X engine code. I'm not that certain. I know the Vortec makes it too, but you can clearly see that everything from the air conditioning all the way down to everything on the motor is brand spanking new, as is the transmission. And this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, so the engine actually faces forward to backward like it used to. It's got a newer battery in it, and it's really in good shape. And the people that owned it were very, very nice people. I'm going to pause so I can start up the van. Okay, so here she is running. I can't really throttle it from inside because the cables are there and my hand's not going to reach back there while the motor is running. I mean, they even have a funnel stowed in here just to fill up and top off their fluids like windshield washer or coolant or anything like that. Plus there are extra maintenance parts underneath the rear seat as well. They have a couple belts. I assume there's 2 serpentine belts on this vehicle, or if not one, then they have 2 serpentine belts along with some extra oil, extra antifreeze, which isn't needed because this vehicle doesn't leak. It's got a brand new motor and transmission, but you know, it's a just in case thing because they traveled in this van when they were not in their RV. So I'm going to be quiet for a second so you can hear the vehicle idle and run. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the hood and we're going to go on a little test drive, which is illegal to do on phone shooting video, but we're not going to go far. Alright, so the first thing I notice is that it's hot in here. I mean, welcome to Florida, right? The odometer, 189,089 miles. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on max AC, and I'm going to turn the rear air on max blower too so we can get it all the way around. The stereo, it's never really good to demo a stereo in a vehicle over a phone because it's going to sound absolutely horrible. But I assure you, the stereo is a very, very good sounding, rich, full stereo. So already it's much, much cooler. And I forgot to bring my little thermometer thing, but I will definitely do that to somebody that wants to see the vehicle. As you can see, currently it has about a half a tank of gas, which should be either topped off because the gas is getting a little bit old. I think they said it was like 45 days since the last time they filled it, and I noticed a slight hesitation when I pulled up to a stop sign. So that's just a bad gas thing. The altimeter is sitting over 14 volts, so the alternator works and the battery is holding a charge. The oil pressure is sitting right around 40 psi, and you can see the oil gauge move when I rev up the engine. And the temperature hasn't even reached warm-up point yet. Everything works on the vehicle, from the horn all the way to the turn signals. Everything is operational, so we're going to do a quick drive. And I'm gonna be relatively quiet while we do the drive so you can kind of hear and see what's going on, and I'll try to get the best camera angles I have because I have less than a minute to wrap the video up. I mean, no hesitation in this thing at all. The brakes come right to a stop. I was told the brakes are in excellent shape. The suspension is in excellent shape. It has newer shocks. Because it is a PA vehicle, a Pennsylvania vehicle, you don't have to worry about all the traditional rust that you get on these things because it wasn't stored or mainly kept in Florida. It was kept in Pennsylvania. So my video is coming to an end. I literally have less than 20 seconds to make it back to my house, which I'm going to do now. And I'm going to do kind of a quick stop with an emphasis on the speedometer so you can see that the brakes work really well. I didn't want to jam on the brakes and screech the tires, but believe me, it's fully capable. So I'm at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments below. My rating of the van is wonderful.